Shalom. Kalala Demla, Yahbashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Akim. Push this truth in sincerity. Peace, love, and blessings to the elect of Israel. As this Kazakh from James, Jamaica. And I've been watching Game of Thrones, rewatching Game of Thrones, and there's a specific song in Game of Thrones, and last night I made it, and there's some spiritual aspect to it, and that's what we're gonna do a lesson on right now. For brothers are whosoever familiar with Game of Thrones, said there is the infamous scene, the Red Wedding, where Robb Stark basically Robb Stark, a mother and wife get put to death. Sorry for the spoilers if brothers interested and haven't watched it yet. But him mother get put to death. Now there's a popular song that was orchestrated. There's no lyrics in the scene that I'm referring to. There is no lyrics to the song. I should say the song lyrics are not used, but the tune of the song, the orchestration, or the rhythm, as would I say out here in Jamaica, the instruments for the song were actually used as a signal to start the betrayal, because it was actually a betrayal that took place. But anyways, so we just have to get into the lyrics and a little history, which it is a fiction, so it's not necessarily real history, but as I said, there is a little spiritual thing behind it, and I want to bring it out. So the song, it says the song was written to mock the Rains for overestimating their standing against the Lannisters, right? And as I don't know if I did say it before, but the song named The Rains of Castamere, right? Now based off of the history, let me save the history there in this. Okay, yeah. So the story behind the song is, in Westeros history, Lord Roger Rain of Castamere, alright, the Red Lion, rebelled against Lord Tywin Lannister. I think before the reason why him Lord Roger Rain rebelled against the house Lannister is because Tywin's father was kind of a soft ruler, right? There the Lannister house was the ruling house, for the area that they lived, that they occupied, or that they had control of. You know what I mean? Tywin's father, Titus, it was a soft ruler. He wasn't a good, a strong man, so to speak. So that's why Lord Roger Rain and another brother, house Tarbeck, decided to rebel, so they could actually be the ruling house of the area, which the area is called Castamere, right? So again, in Westeros history, Lord Roger Rain of Castamere rebelled against Lord Tywin Lannister. Tywin retaliated by entirely wiping out House Rain and their allies, House Tarbeck. The Rain's castle was flooded and sealed off, dooming the 300 men, women, and children hiding inside. The title is a dark pun. Alright, the Rains weeping over the slaughtered house. Now these are the lyrics to the song. And who are you? The proud Lord said that I must bow so low. Only a cat of a different coat. That's all the truth I know. In a coat of gold or a coat of red. Alright, so the sigil, or the logo, just like how for Benjamin there's a wolf, and for Naphtali there's the deer. I think it's a deer. The sigil for the house of Lannister and for house Rain were lions. One was a gold lion. Lannister is the gold lion. Rain is the red lion. So that's why it says a lion, in a coat of gold or a coat of red, a lion still has claws, and mine are long and sharp, my lord, as long and sharp as yours. And so he spoke, that lord of Castamere. But now the rains weep over his halls, with no one there to hear. You see me? So, that house was totally wiped out of. They only remain in history. You know what I mean? They only live on in history, but the house has been completely, physically wiped out. You know what I mean? Now the reason why I'm bring out that, is to match it back to the scriptures where, the house of Edom, the house of Esau, will actually meet a similar fate where they will be totally wiped out. Alright, so we'll go get into some scriptures. Now this is Obadiah 1 and verse 3. It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Right? And yeah, it's similarly to Lord Roger Rain. His pride, built up in him, and him decides, say, oh look, him a go rebel because we're up on the same level. I feel like we're up on the same level. So who is you for tell me what to do or for rule over me? You know what I mean? And it's the same with Esau, Edom. You know what I mean? Them try to go against everything what the Lord put in place. The entire order, the structure, the cosmos, where the Lord had put in place. Esau try to go about, changing all of that. The scriptures say him think to change times and laws, etc., etc. See? So that are them pride speaking. He said, thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. Alright, I'm gonna get another precept. This is let's see, what may I have here? Job 20 and 4. Don't worry, brothers, I come right back to Obadiah. Nah, left it out. Left it at all. This is Job 20 and verse 4. It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods. Right, so the triumphing of the wicked, Esau is triumphant right now. He's in rulership. He has control over the earth. He has control over the world's resources. Right now, them will make moves for bring the earth, the entire earth, into subjection under their rule. That's why we have the Agenda 2030 or Vision 2030, or however they want to name it. Sustainable development. You have talks about sea change. You have artificial intelligence, data centers, right? Smart cities, smart homes, smart vehicles. Seeing all these things that we are seeing. Digital identity, digital currencies, CBDCs, right? You know, digital governing or governance or whatever. See, all of these things, you know what I mean, are part of Edom's pride, Esau's pride. See, them are trying to come up against the order that the Most High has set, you know, by creating their own order, by creating their own way of living on the earth. See, and it gonna come to a point where, you know, he's gonna be disappointed. See, you know, all of them things that we mentioned before, you know, these are what is known as the image of the beast. See, this is the image. Those things are the image of the beast, yo. You see me? And then pretty soon, eventually, they're gonna come with the mark. You know what I mean? Which will cement, or which them plan for use for cement them rulership over the earth, yo. To signify, say, yo, yes, we run things now. See? However, the Most High is gonna throw all of that down and destroy him totally. See? Could go back to the Obadiah. So we'll go back at Obadiah 1. I go jump to verse 8. Shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh has spoken it. You know. Alright, so again, as I say, similar to the house house rain. Yeah, similar to house rain. You know what I mean? Them pride lift them up too high, and then them get cast down. Same way, Esau pride lifting him up way too high, and the Most High is gonna cast him down. You know what I mean? Unlike the house rain, where, you know, it is cemented in it has no, them name basically live on in a history, you know, through the song. You know what I mean? It's gonna be the opposite for Esau, right? As we read in a Job, right? It says what? It might go fly away as a vision, as a dream. When you wake up from your dream, you know what I mean? A simple little dream, nothing too significant. You know what I mean? You wake up from a regular dream, you don't even remember it. You don't even remember say you even had a dream. You see me? It might go flee out, it might go disappear, yo. See? I have two more precepts to forget. This Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant, and son and nephew, saith the Lord. I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith the Lord of hosts. Give me Malachi 1 and 4. Alright, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever. And your eyes shall see, and ye shall say, Yahweh will be magnified from the border of Israel. You know, the point of me that for bring out here says Esau is gonna build. They are building right now. You know what I mean? But eventually, soon and very soon, the Most High is gonna throw down everything what Esau built. You see me? and that is a part of our deliverance out of this wicked system and this wicked society. Hopefully this was edifying. Kala Laliam La, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Kakodash, double and us the apostles of great millstone, Shalom to the Aki, I'm pushing this truth sincerely. Peace, love, and blessings to the elect of Israel.